She bugs me.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Straight up. All right. So let's ask for Archangel Sandalphon to come in to ground us so that we can deliver a really great message today for all who choose to tune in. Let this be a message of empowerment and growth and learning, assisting people in any way that they need assistance. And we are asking for all our guides or teachers to come in to guide our words so that our message is in divine perfection. And for all this, we give thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm good. All right, I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hey there, welcome back. Thank you so much for making time for us today. My name is Ann Perry, and I'm a numerologist. And I'm here with my good friend, Ree Smith, who is a tarot reader and a law of attraction coach, and so many other credits to her name. Hey, Ree, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So we're going to be talking about what's coming up in June of 2021. We've just come through May, of course. May was a month of new beginnings. But we're shifting into quite a different territory when we come into the month of June. So first of all, before we get going with that, we need to recognize that today is the full moon, and we have a lunar eclipse as well. So what's your thoughts on that, Ree?
Ooh, I love this time. I feel like there is a gateway right now that we can choose to walk through. And I think actually whether or not you're even consciously aware, because obviously by the time this video comes out, the full moon will have passed.
Right.
We've walked through that gateway. We're walking through it right now as the moon is eclipsing. It just feels like energies are going to be upgraded, like we're really being called into a new consciousness. I'm actually really excited about this full moon and the eclipse. It's in Sagittarius, which is expansion and growth and just kind of blowing limits away. So I'm really excited. Yeah, it's a call to adventure.
Yeah,
sure.
2 really good words, adventure and gateway. I love that, because shifting into June of 2021, we are going into an 11 universal month. Okay, so June, so June is the 6th month, and we know that 2021, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. Add the 2 together, it comes up to an 11. So when we talk about the 11, we're always talking about gateways, right? To walk through the gateway. But this is going to be quite a different energy than what last month was. You know, May was very forward moving, very much about yourself. You know, it was a 1 universal month. So we were talking a lot about, starting things, putting your best foot forward. It was initiation and just creation of your own sort, that sort of thing. But as we move into this 11 energy, the 11 energy takes it down a notch. So the universe will throw you forward 1 month and rein you back in for the next. So this is one of those months where we're kind of being reined in a little bit. So last month was kind of all about you. This month is all about you and somebody else. So it's about partnerships, right? But the fact that it's got that 11 intensity to it is going to raise the vibration of the month and cause us all to feel maybe a little bit more sensitive, okay? So we're always, when you're looking at the 11, we've got the double 1 energy, which is the masculine. We've got the single energy of the feminine. And so the double 1 says, I got to go, create, push it, make it happen, that sort of thing. But the 2 is saying, no, we're going to slow down a little bit. And I don't have to do it all by myself. I have to actually go into partnership. So this month is going to have a very large emphasis on the need to partner up. It's also going to be demanding a lot of patience from us. So what does that mean in light of the 2021 5 universal year? The 5 is about change. The 5 is about the unexpected. The 5 says, bring it on kind of thing. I'm bored. Last year, I felt really trapped. It was COVID. It was a lot of things. I was feeling kind of trapped in my little straitjacket. And this year, it's like I'm coming free, and I want to get out there, and I want to try new things. I want to do new things, but patience, 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 right? Gotta slow down the bus a little bit this month. So sensitivity is going to be at an all-time high. Now think about this. The 5 brings in the unexpected and the 2 brings in the sensitivity. So how you choose to react to whatever's happening, all those unexpected events that might be happening to us during that the 5 universal year. And if you happen to be in a 5 personal year, it's the same kind of deal, right? You're going to have to really pay attention to how you respond to the changes. The 5 is asking us to be flexible and to be resilient in the face of change, but it's asking us to experience change, to go out there and try new things and be a little bit more adventurous. But we need to embrace the change at the same time. So we've got to be kind of careful about how we handle it. So the 2 is kind of a lower energy, and the 5 is like a really high energy. So we've got kind of a contradiction going on, right? Now you talked about a gateway. What was the other word you used? Was it expansion, maybe?
Expansion, yeah, Sagittarius expansion for sure.
Yeah, so that's right. So the expansion factor is huge. And this 11 energy might cause you to feel a little bit more restless than normal, because the double 1 says, I've got to create something. The 2 says, I've got to be patient. And the 5 says, yeah, but I want change, right? So everybody might be feeling just a little bit restless, but it's a beautiful time to just kind of sit back, be patient, allow things to come to you rather than forcing your way into it. You know, rather than executing that divine masculine, this is the month to kind of step into the divine feminine and allow it to come to you. Whether you're a guy or a gal, doesn't matter. Allow things to come to you. You might be really surprised at the wonderful changes that can be yours if you'll be patiently waiting for them, rather than, you know, punching your way through, trying to make it happen. So
I feel that there's this energy about 11 and that femininity that you're talking about, of like, I'm going to be what I want to see in the world, and then it will come to me.
yes, yeah, absolutely. And it's a really good month if you know, if last month you were maybe a little too assertive, a little too aggressive, maybe you rubbed people the wrong way. This is going to be a great month to go in there, make your apologies, make peace, you know, make nice in the sandbox kind of thing. It's not all about you this month. It really isn't. It's about you and somebody else. So if you've been resisting partnership, this is the month to really embrace partnership. And that's in your home, that's with your family, that's in your workplace. It's about getting things done together rather than a solo project kind of thing. So your standards are pretty high. They're going to be very high. There's no question about that. But again, peace comes from being patient, and peace comes to those who are patiently waiting, right? So yeah. I pulled a card from the Soul Journey Lesson cards, the ones I love so much that I use all the time.
Yes, yeah.
And I just asked Spirit to come through, and if there was just one card that would appeal to the collective who might be inspired to watch this video, what would it be? And I found it interesting. This is the one that came up.
Oh, that is interesting.
I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So no judgment this month, right? It's leaving judgment at the door. And further to that, James says, we are all spirit. We are all the same. It's only the roles we have chosen to play here on earth that make us seem different. So the biggest lesson that you've chosen to learn is to love. And that is so indicative of an 11 energy, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
It's huge. There are so many situations in this physical dimension that it is possible to incarnate into, but the core lesson is to look past these illusions and see yourself in everyone. Remember, this is not about you this month. It's about you and everyone else and these one-on-one relationships. I'm not going to feel so much the crowd, the social dynamic so much, but definitely the partnerships. Each soul has chosen its own struggles, and your task is not to judge how someone goes about overcoming these obstacles, but to assist that soul. So Spirit has given you the tools of compassion and empathy to help you see through the eyes of those who appear different. Wow. Isn't that right? You know, related to the 11s all feel different. So, and I should mention too, that if your life path number happens to be an 11, and a lot of my audience happens to be 11, you're going to feel this month more than people who are not 11s. Okay, it's just natural. Your ego has taught you that making other people feel insignificant or inferior will allow you to feel better about yourself. But this is an illusion. By diminishing others, you diminish yourself. Always learn to follow the golden rule. I will treat others as I would like to be treated myself. Everyone in your life is here to teach you something about yourself. Accept the lesson with love and with understanding.
Beautiful. Well, that really is perfect.
Isn't it?
I mean, how to have great relationships 101. Stop judging.
Right?
Yeah,
A good place to start anyways, right?
it is. Totally.
This is definitely a month to be listening more and talking less.
Yes.
So on
Yeah.
that note, I'm going to let you talk now.
Perfect. Yeah. I want to see what the cards have to say about June. Let's see. Love that we're kind of walking into June through this eclipse. It's really suitable.
Yeah, it's going to be a dynamic month, I feel.
Okay. All right. So, interestingly, this is fulfillment, wish fulfillment. So really getting something that you've been intending and trying to manifest, that actually coming into form and feeling all of the joy and satisfaction that that brings. That surprises me that that comes up. And it is very receptive. It's very grateful. This is a very grateful card, appreciating everything that you do have. So more can come in. But there's also this kind of, like you were talking about sensitivity, this is a very emotional card, and some of it feeling kind of out of control and very intense and not really knowing what to do with all of the feelings coming through. And then also overgiving and kind of feeling some imbalances in relationships being made more intense to really show you where you are either giving too much or where you're not giving enough. It's going to really highlight the imbalances in relationships so that we can shift. Yeah.
That Pentacle card was a 6, was it not?
Yes. Yep. 6.
Right. Okay, so the 6 happens to be the ones that tend to be the overgivers, right? But I find it also interesting that you've got the
9.
Yeah. And the 9, of course, being that humanitarian, the fixer, the one that wants to fix things and find solutions to things all the time. Feels to me like we're all supposed to be taking maybe a little bit of a step back, and rather than being there for everybody, maybe a little bit of self-care.
Totally.
And quieting things down a little bit. I think those cards are definitely supporting the energy of the 11 coming up this universal month.
Yeah, with this card, with the 9 of Cups in particular, he's very fulfilled in his life. And this feels to me like instead of seeking, he is allowing good things, like we talked about before, to come to him. And then as they do, he's appreciating them and he's very present. He's very fulfilled. So yeah, I do kind of feel that energy of enjoying and relaxing more. Yeah, totally.
Don't you feel, now I know you're in the States and I'm in Canada, but I have definitely been feeling, certainly where I am, that things with COVID, for example, are starting to just relax a little bit more. We went through a really scary bit there, for a couple of months where our numbers were completely out of control, but it seems to be coming back and everything seems to be okay. And I just feel like there's this little bit of like almost like a blanket of peace coming over the planet right now.
Me too. Yeah.
Causing us all to kind of take a step back and take a bit of a breath, because everybody's been affected by this, right? It's been pretty intense.
Yeah, totally. I do feel that. I feel a relaxation and a little bit of surrender and letting go too. Like, okay, well, this is where we're at right now.
Right. That's kind of what I was getting from those 3 cards too. And that 9 of Cups, the 9s are funny. The energy of the 9, I always say to a woman who's going to hook up with a guy who's a 9, hang on to your shorts, because when he's done giving away everything he has, he's coming looking for your stuff to give away, right? Because they just
Yeah.
love to give. They're extreme givers. Yet this particular card, the Nine of Cups, he's looking pretty peaceful. And what I was getting from that was that he's just waiting for his cups to fill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's just at peace with it. And again, allowing it to come to him. All of his cups are all lined up, waiting to be filled.
Yes.
And so that
Yeah.
he can share again. Right?
And not feeling any lack.
Right, exactly.
No lack at all. Yeah.
But also not feeling that need to over deliver,
Yes.
to over provide, overcompensate, that's so classic six, right? The sixes always want to make sure that they're, on top of their game that way. And they turn into the martyrs quite often because they just overgive. They don't know their boundaries. They have such a huge sense of responsibility, right? And I think this is asking us to stop being so invested in everybody and maybe come back and stay in your home, look at your family, look at your children. Maybe they need your attention right now, or your partners or whatever. But this is bringing us back a notch. Last month was pretty vibrant. It was like crazy go, go, go. Whereas this month I feel it's going to have a quieter energy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. Definitely more receptive for sure. Yeah.
So what have you got coming up? What kind of offerings do you got going?
So, yeah. Oh, I have so much going on. So I have my readings. Obviously, you can definitely contact me for that. But I have a membership group, a spiritual awakening membership group. We meet on Mondays and Thursdays. We have healing and intention circles, because that energy of intention is amplified exponentially when you get people together. So I like to help people to manifest, but also to heal and clear stuff out. And then on Thursdays, we work on our psychic abilities, our intuitive skills, because you need that guidance to bring you to your best life. And we work on shifting energy, because that to me is really where it's at, is being able to transmute the energy in yourself so that you're reflecting into the universe what it is you want to live. That's what I do.
And you're not relying on other people to do it for you.
Exactly. Taking responsibility. Yeah.
Taking responsibility. Exactly. That's awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah. First month is free. And then it's a lot of teaching, and it's only $25 a month after that. So
sure.
That's my thing.
That's excellent. I love it. Well, good for you.
Thank you.
So I've got a program coming up starting next week. It's going to start on Thursday. That is June the 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I still have a few spaces left in it. It's called Cracking Your Birth Code with Numerology. So we're really going to be doing some really serious work around not only your own charts, but also we're going to be looking at celebrities as well, which is going to be kind of fun. So everybody's going to get a chance to work on a celebrity of their choice. And we'll all get together as a group when we're done. It's a 4-week program. And we'll have some fun with that, because it's really interesting when you look into people that you think because you see them on TV or whatever, and then you do their charts and it's like, whoa. And it's a really great way to learn and how to apply all the disciplines of numerology to the learning process. So I got that going on, and I've got room in June. I didn't think I was going to, but I have room in June for a couple of more people for my Just Do You program. So you can always check that out on my website at AnnPerryNumerologist.com. So if you're dragging your heels and you're wondering why you can't seem to get it together, and you can't seem to figure out how to step into the work that you want to do, this is a great program for that reason. So
helpful. Yeah.
So thanks, Reed. This has been great always. Yes, I'll look forward to seeing you next month, find out what's going on in our 3 universal month in the month of July. Can't believe we're talking about July already. So
I know. It's great. Yeah.
So everybody have a great month out there, and so glad that you tuned in for a minute. If you found this video helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you'd share it with anybody you think might benefit.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Always. Thanks for your input. Always. All right, guys, take care. You have a great month. We'll see you again. Bye for now.